2, 1. Cheers.
How many pictures are on Yelp? You pull up all these pictures and you're like, oh, that's the dessert you're eating? All right, so that's the candle? Okay, that's the same candle. I know where you're at. 45 minutes to an hour.
45 minutes to an hour. Wait, can you run that long? No offense.
That's how I got married, dog. You know, my first date, bro.
Was that what you did?
Yeah, my first date with her.
And look at
I think a guy's more comfortable being alone than a girl, but I mean, that's a whole nother
You think so? First and foremost, I want to thank everybody for listening. Welcome to the Men Don't Know Podcast. I'm the man of many friends, your host and creator, Chris Boone. Here on the podcast, we talk with a bunch of guys. We ask a bunch of women questions over wine and cocktails. Now, whether you're listening to it on Google Play, iHeartRadio, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, SoundCloud, Pandora, YouTube, Audible, you downloaded that Men Don't Know Podcast app. I cannot thank y'all enough. Merch store is open as always. Hit me up on Instagram at Men Don't Know, Twitter at Men Don't Know 1. Shoot me an email, Chris at mendontknow.com, or hop on the mendontknow.com website and shoot me a message. Coy, my guy, how we doing?
What's up, man?
Man, life is beautiful. Life is great. Let's get back into the topics at hand today, and we are talking about the Facebook group chat. Are we dating the same guy? Not gonna lie, your boy was on it. Let's call and figure out how that happened.
Oh.
Ooh, turn her up. There we go. Ash, what up?
What's going on?
Not much. I am here with Coy. Coy, say what's up, Dash.
Ashley, what's up?
Hey, Coy, long time no talk.
So I'm calling you back because let me explain something to you. What happened?
Okay.
I dropped a clip and a snippet of me telling a bunch of people that there is a Facebook group called "Are We Dating the Same Guy?" and that I was on it and yada yada yada.
What?
100%. Yeah, I know. Crazy. But let's be honest. A couple homegirls told me about it. I feel like you are the only person that I could kind of talk to that knows women that knows about this group.
Hey.
Need you to tell us a little bit about it.
Ooh. You're putting me on the spot.
I'm not putting you on the spot per se, but I know you know homegirls that have used it.
Yeah, for like a safety thing.
100%. I'm not. No, first of all, being a woman in today's age is probably second most dangerous to being a child.
The woman and child out.
I mean, I guess, and yeah, because you know what? I think dating apps are crazy too, mind you. I don't even want.
I won't do them. I've helped my girlfriends on them, and I've seen some horror stories, and it nope. And I think that's too why, like, there are groups and stuff out there because there have been so many scary things that have happened that nobody knows, or somebody like they're too afraid to they're too afraid maybe something bad happened. They're afraid to go to the cops, but they're like, hey, just girl to girl, I'm warning you about this.
There you go. That's what I'm talking about. 100%. But not even that. And I'll tell you this, my sister, she let one of her best friends control her dating app, and the guys that were messaging, she let them know, like, oh no, you guys actually have to interview through me before meeting her.
Smart.
And
because if you can handle that, you can handle the woman, because guess what? That's a package deal.
100%, because that was her best friend, and I'm not going to lie to you. They call her Thanos. Okay.
Yeah.
like she's a hard sell.
And and your sister's a rarity out there, so 100%. That's why you do have to have that extra sifting. Like
100%.
You know, you can be, it's all fun and games, and you can hold a face for so long, but after you get tired of building this persona, and the real you will come out.
100%.
And so, if you can't handle a woman pressing you, sometimes, and you might think it's, this, that, and the third, she's just looking out for her best friend, who's her family. Yep. So I think that definitely helps weed out the guys. I mean, not everyone's lucky to have that.
Facts, 100%. And that is why I actually think this group chat is very useful. And to be honest with you, I wish guys would do it. I wish guys would say no. Oh,
guys
they do.
Have it. Oh yeah, they do.
Oh shit.
Most of theirs are petty, like talking about chicks that they dated because they found out they were posted. But there are like that same group, but there are ones that like. But it's rare that you have genuine guys wanting to know, like, is this girl seeing somebody else,
or is this girl even serious? Yeah, 100%. Right. Damn, I didn't know. Oh, really?
Like, there's more so like there's a verified dating that's like, hey, like these people have verified like this person's like a cream of the crop, good person looking for this. There's also those Facebook groups that like,
oh really?
I feel like oh yeah, I'm in those too, and like you see like the good side of like the men or the women that are wanting to look for something serious.
Oh wow. Okay.
And these are people that like know, like that are putting it up.
I don't use Facebook like this. Coy, do you?
Nope.
I am missing out. Okay.
Coy's like, I don't care.
I mean, like usually my homegirls usually send it to one of my homegirls, and she does like the full-on background check.
Yep.
And I'm talking about. I was looking at the back. I said, "Hey, where did you get all this information?"
A magician never tells their trick.
No, man. I don't.
So when girls are on this app or site or whatever, and they find out they're talking to the same guy, what is normal protocol? Like, are they angry at each other? Are they angry at him? Or like,
I mean, it depends. Some of them are like, hey, like I'm just going out on a date, or I'm going on a first time date. Just wanted to see somebody else. Like, are they dating somebody else, or like their experience? Oh, yeah. Sometimes there's people that are like, they have this feeling, and they're like, I just have this gut feeling. I've been exclusive, or it could be there's husbands, there's boyfriends, like of years that their spouse or somebody's posting, like they just had this gut feeling, and then they find out a plethora of like a can of worms that you cannot put back in. But it just kind of depends. Like if they're like, hey, we've been exclusive, oh, but he's dating, it's kind of like, okay, cool. And a lot of times girls have the girls back, but there are a lot of girls like that are haters. They are there for like the real haters.
Really?
And then there's
stay away from like, my man.
Really?
Well, it's just like there's more. Like I've seen some real hateful stuff in there, and it's like there's a lot of pick-me girls.
Oh God.
And like that's what starts this up, and I'm like, you're the toxicity. Like you're that girlfriend. Like when you're dating somebody, that's like there's like a weirdness. It's like I don't trust you, and like, you're just being insecure. But it's like those like kind of girls, you get those vibes, and a lot like. You kind of just, you go in at your own discretion. Just know, like, even if you say no negativity, there's going to be the people that say negative stuff. There's people too that throw out fake shit. So you do have to weed it out and see who's truly there for their.
Damn.
Yeah.
This is.
I put my cousin's boo thing on there just recently. I was like, ooh.
Wait, what?
Yeah, I had to check to see if he's okay. I mean, I found my info on him.
Oh, I'm not mad at that. Yeah, 100%. Hey, and that's and honestly,
I'm in his 40s, like I like late 40s. Had to like see what he's been out there because he's been single.
Yeah, had to run it.
Like he's a real lonely single man.
Had to run it.
I don't trust it. He can handle me, but that's he's had small doses.
Yeah.
And he came out like nothing bad so far. So I also do my investigation work. So I'm all girls girl.
I think. Not even that. Like, I wish more girls would be girls. But honest girls. Like, damn, nah, he's a solid one. Or nah, like, because I told my homegirls all the time, man, I'm not gonna lie. I'll tell you this. One of my homegirls hit me up about, I'm easiest way to put it.
You're like politically correct way.
Yeah, no, easiest way to put it. I have homegirls and I have friends in other states, other countries, of course.
Of course.
And I'm not gonna lie to you. I always tell my guys, just because don't slide in her DMs. Please don't. She's gonna ask me, and
you're gonna tell her.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to her. Like,
yeah, you're a guy's guy, but also you're not gonna fuck the girl over.
Absolutely
like,
not.
He's a
Absolutely not. No, I'll tell her, hey, you need to continue to focus on you. And you can take that however you want.
In the most respectful way.
100%.
Like, you won't be bashing on your guys.
Nah, never that. Just you need to continue to focus. And this was recently. A homegirl hit me up. She was like, hey, I know you don't sell anybody out, but she said it the most perfect way possible. Should I entertain something or should I continue to focus on myself?
Yeah.
And I
That's
said,
a great way.
You need to continue to focus on yourself.
That's a good way of putting it
100%,
because
100%.
I could entertain it, and it could be okay. But is it going to push me further back to where, like...
Because I know where you're going, and I already know, like, let me explain something to you. We've all seen the meme around that, like, a guy could get to his goal if pussy wasn't in the way.
Yeah, 1,000%.
You know what I'm saying? Cool. Just saying. It's just... Pussy will pop up, and it will put a guy and think he's taking a shortcut.
Mm-hmm.
And shortcuts are usually the long road. So...
But they don't learn that.
No, 100%. And she asked me, and she was like... I said, focus on yourself. She said, thank you, 100%. And...
That's something I respect and value about you a lot is, like, a lot of people trust you with a lot of stuff.
100%.
And, like, you will still tell it like it is without making the other person feel comfortable, but without, like, throwing out, like,
I'm not disrespecting nobody. I'm just telling you, hey, look, just focus on yourself right now because you're headed somewhere, and you'll be better when you get there and not where you're at.
So everybody leave Coy alone because he's focusing on himself. Okay.
See, that's low.
Do you ever get?
No, I said everyone leave him alone. I don't want no crazy bitch trying to come up and mess with his teeth.
Oh yeah, because we know. Oh yeah, because we know. No. Wait, what were you saying, Cole?
I was saying, do you ever get guys when you tell them, advise them not to? They're like,
no.
I tell
why you hating?
Yeah, exactly.
And I said, bro. Some guys I have to tell them straight up, hey, dog, you can't afford her. I had to tell a couple guys about a couple of my homegirls. No, I said, dog, let me explain something. You can't afford her. I said, I said, this is just respectfully. I know how you carry yourself, and she's on another level. And this is, I ain't gonna hold you. This is one of my homegirls. Like, you walk into her house, and it's like fucking Louboutin wall of her shoes, and then bags, and it's like, and I'm like, dog, like, her perfume is $800, and you want to do what with your Anchor Blues? Like, dog, no, like, come on,
take her to happy hour.
Dog.
Show her how happy she can be.
Dog, she's never been to a happy hour, bro. Like,
that's what, are you trying to get a Happy Meal at McDonald's?
Yeah, no, dog. I was like, we went to lunch one time and the bill was $300. Like, dog, like, and there was no alcohol involved.
She has standards.
Yeah, dog, 100%. But she, mind you, she paid. So I ain't gonna hold you guys.
She probably will put herself in a situation where she couldn't do it herself.
100%. She and that was she told me, she was like, when we went out to lunch, she told me, like, I'm treating you. Please do not pull out your card. I know you pay, and you've always paid for me when we go out, but I'm treating you, and don't make a scene. Like, she literally told me that in the car, and I was like, shit, okay, whatever. I saw that bill, and I was like, oh shit.
You're like, okay.
Like, I was like, and she didn't even bat an eye at it. She didn't even look at it. But she had planned to take
something that she would do for herself.
100% all the time. And she says she was like, nah, I do this for myself regularly. She was like, this is the only time I get to enjoy it with someone like you. So I'm excited. And I always tell guys, I said, dog, like, if you, like, trust me when I tell you, and it was funny, B said the same thing, get your bag up and you ain't got to worry about it. But I always tell people, like, man, like, I appreciate sites like that. Because I always tell people, I said, let's get, that site can do that site is only going to do two things. Expose who you are or validate who you are.
Mm-hmm.
I wish guys would just be like, nah, dog, like, she's a great girl, but this is what she's looking for. That way you don't have to waste your time.
Right. But I feel like it's also, like, it's kind of like the challenge. Well, like, to them, they think, like, no, like, okay, well, let me see what I can, like, let me try. And then it's all fun and games till
shit, it's all funny.
Fuck around and find out.
Yeah, I mean, like, I wish guys had a site like that or a group like that says, hey, give me the lowdown on her. and it's the honesty lowdown.
I was gonna say, I feel like that would be really hard because
guys, it's not gonna
just seeing the reaction of guys, what they do now, okay, like some of these guys, like even in these groups, there's like the pick me girls, the ones that are trying to stir up shit for the ones that are like the POSs out there, and like they'll send the screenshots, and then those guys will send, cause they don't know, because you can post anonymously, they'll send it to whoever they think it is and start threatening them. Like there have been full-on threats where like police had been called, there was stalking, like it gets crazy. And it's just because somebody, like I decided I wanted to warn all the girls out there that this guy did this, or like there's guys out there that are spreading STDs, and I'm sure there's girls are too, but like 100%. That know they are, and then they come and start threatening you, and they know where your kids are, your life, and it's sad. Because it's like you just don't want your ego.
How about I just don't want to? Yeah, I always want to know, like, hey, what is she looking for? Because she says, she says,
you're a different breed.
Yeah, I mean,
like, you're a man, but you also want to know, like, the long term stuff, because you don't have your family stuff.
Yeah, I want to know, like, hey, like, is she expecting to be a stay at home wife? Because I'm not at that point in my life where she could stay at home. Yeah. So let me take myself out of the $200 dinner and conversation and say, hey, look, I know what you're looking for. And at the moment in time right now, that's not where I'm at. Because I'm not going to lie to you.
A girl would dream.
What happened?
I said a girl would dream that would happen.
No, I mean, I'm not going to lie to you. Like, I always tell people, I said, guys, when you get to where you want to be in life and everything else is good, then you can, quote unquote, be who you want to be and like date who you want to date. Because me and my guy friends that are civilized and talk of the same language, we always have this conversation. That's why celebrities date celebrities, because it's not about money.
Right. You guys are used to the same kind of things.
That's off the table. Now we're just enjoying each other's company.
Right.
And when we get serious, we get engaged.
Right.
You know, but I think, you know, I always tell people, I'm like, give me, you know, like, I mean, I don't even, you know what? I was just having this conversation today. I'm sorry we're going off on a wild tangent. I was like, damn, I like one of my homegirls hit me up and she's like, when the last time you went on a date? And I was like, fuck, I just been so fucking busy. Like, I literally told her that. And she started laughing out loud. I said, damn, it's like low-key disrespectful to my soul. And she was like, nah, she was like, you're fucking busy. Like, and I was like,
you have an end result that you want to get to.
Yeah.
And that's just one of your many avenues. So it's like when you decide you want to do that, like that's taking away from all of your goals and everything that you want to do now that you've worked so hard. But then when you do that, that means it's somebody of qualities that you think that can match that energy, or like that can be that makes it better, not because you need somebody, because it's just nice to have somebody.
Yeah.
But like for you to take time, like that's a lot because you have so much stuff on your plate. But when you take time, that's because you genuinely care. And a lot of people don't respect that. Like don't understand like that respect. Like, and that's just for anybody that's busy too. Like you're hustling, they're hustling, doing, whether it's being a parent, having a job, doing all this. Like when you make that time, because I respect your time. But you have to find people that are on that same lane.
I like that. Damn, like, I mean, I wish we could, I'm pretty sure people just do background checks and stuff like that. Like,
you can't get everything for background checks, though.
No. And once again, that's the best part about that Facebook group, because it gives you what background checks don't.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like, oh, no, you know what? He's super dope. Like, great person, or...
And you do get that. You get some of those ones that are like, no, I've known this person for years. Like, this is how they were at like then or whatever. Like, but
and that's the validation. Honestly, and I hate to say it, but that's the validation a lot of men need. I guess that's, you know, how could you come up with an app that validates a guy?
It would take a lot of, I think, rigorous backgrounds. And
because you don't want somebody to lie on the background and say this or that.
Because it's just like people are petty.
Yeah, 100%.
And so it's like, well, he screwed me over.
Yeah.
When like you're a person that, like, if you go into something, you're very, like, hey, like, I'm not looking for something, or, like, I'm intending, like, I'm dating marriage. You let them know.
Yeah.
But if, like, a girl got more feelings and you're just like, hey, like I said, I just wanted to, like, keep it casual.
Yep.
Like, that doesn't make you a terrible person. Like, you did nothing to fuck them over. But say, like, you're posted on there and that person had, like, was butthurt, they can make it seem like all this and that. And if they're like decent writer, there's some stuff in there that you wouldn't know.
Yeah.
Unless someone's there, like, that really knows you, validates it.
Yeah.
Or, like, and so it's hard because you have to go basically on the honor system, and we've learned a lot of people don't have a lot of honor.
That's true. Let me ask you this:
unfortunate as it is.
Do you think nowadays people are going to the more face-to-face interaction versus the dating apps?
I still think I mean, maybe slowly. I still think a lot of people are either meeting, like, on apps and kind of talking, or like, I feel like people maybe, like, if you're out at the bars, like, or if you're friends, like, you're starting to kind of get back into that, let's meet somebody outside. But I still think apps are there to kind of just be that buffer. And it's like, well, I'm not really wanting to be social or go out there. Like, let's, like, I'm not a person that's going out and partying all the time anymore. So, but after I've seen all my friends on apps and I've seen some stories, that terrifies the hell out of me.
100%. 100%.
There's some scary ass people on there.
100%. I guess that's why I'm like, I'd just rather go out with my friends, and if I meet somebody, I meet somebody. If not, I'm cool. Yeah. Like, I don't need to meet anybody.
I feel like it's like if you do meet somebody out, you're kind of catching them as, like, just more of an authentic self. Like, if 100%. They're being, like, they could be a fuckboy when you're, like, meeting them, but you kind of get that.
Yeah, you can get the vibe. You can see it. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. But it's like you have a better idea of, like, okay, I'm going in for this. Like, if I regret this tomorrow, I'm going to regret it tomorrow.
Oh, yeah. Thanks.
Where, like, the apps, it takes a lot more of, like, just the basic talking and trying to get over that. And, like, and then, but yeah, I'd rather meet somebody face to face because I get to be seeing how you be acting.
Like it. All right, we're going to let you go. I appreciate you to the moon and back.
As always, likewise, guys. Have a good night.
All right, seriously. Like,
bye.
Damn, a lot of good points she made. Yeah, and you often don't think about nowadays how safety is, like.
Yeah, it's big. That's the main difference between dating apps and not. Is 100%. Like, you can do your best research on the app first before you even go out. Whereas back then, it's just like, I'm going out. Hopefully I'll be okay. And you let your friends know where you're at.
Do you think that's why, what is that, the Waymo? You think that's why it's going to be a hit for women?
Because of the driver?
There is no driver.
Yeah, I mean, you wouldn't feel comfortable if a girl, whether it's a family or a friend, homegirl, whatever, got into
an Uber
by themselves.
Hell no.
Especially, with the guy driver.
I'll give you an idea. One time, me and Ash went out down the street. We were just drinking, like, and we Ubered back, and she was like, "I can't drive home. I'm gonna Uber home." And I'm literally, and at this time, I was shooting product for a knife company, and they let me keep all the knives. And I literally was like, "Take this and take this." I said, and text me as soon as you get into your front door. She's like, "Okay."
Oh, you get a knife?
I gave her two.
Okay.
I said, "Put this one on your shoe and hold this one in your hand. Because if he gets to this one on your hand and he tackles you, at least you can reach for the shoe and boom."
Yeah.
And it was just like,
right in the thigh too.
Yeah, and I'm saying, you already know where the vein is at. Boom, done. He'll bleed out within a minute or two. Like, it's one of those things where it's like, it's so dangerous nowadays for a woman. For guys, I'm like, when guys, we walk outside, it's like, okay, let me, if you're with a girl, you're basically looking like, okay,
yeah,
like, where you're just looking for a situation where, like, oh, this could be a 2-on-1 situation. Like, you're scanning the room for looking for creepers. But for, and that's why I always say, like, but I wish guys had a group. It's like, hey, what's up with her? Hey, dog, look, this is going to be a little expensive on your budget, but I mean, she's a great time to hang out with.
That sounds like just guys gathering around talking, but there's no group.
I know. That's what I'm saying. We need a group. We need to.
I think guys.
We need our powers to combine,
but they're not trying to be in any kind of system. That you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know. You know what?
The less is better.
No paper trail. Yeah. All right, man. Let's get them out of here. First and foremost, I want to thank everybody for listening. Whether you listen to it on Google Play, iHeartRadio, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, SoundCloud, Pandora, YouTube, Audible. You downloaded that Men Don't Know podcast app. I can't thank y'all enough. Merch store is open as always. Hit me up on Instagram at Men Don't Know, Twitter at Men Don't Know 1. Shoot me an email, Chris at mendontknow.com, or hop on the mendontknow.com website and shoot me a message. Quote my guy. We're out.